And we are back. Hello, everyone. This is the morning show, and I am Linda Odetto. And you are listening to KSVY 91.3 FM in Sonoma, California. Not a bad place to be. It's beautiful weather. Life is good. And life is even better with cheese. And we are here with Nancy Easterday with FARMcurious.com, right?
That's right. That's Nicole Easterday at FARMcurious.com.
Nicole Easterday. Well, sorry.
I'll go by Nancy.
I'm looking at your name with my glasses are very, very tiny. The word is very tiny. Sorry, Nicole.
No worries.
So we have. Sorry, I have another Nancy coming on next week. I think it's next week or the week after. So I have a lot of guests in my head. You have some classes coming up, which are they in person?
They are. After a year of being shut down, cheese classes are happening in person again, starting in May.
Yay! Okay, so where are these cheese classes? And how do we sign up?
I'm so glad you asked. So I teach cheese making and also cheese tasting, cheese appreciation, and general cheese education in both Berkeley and also in Castro Valley. So for your audience, I would imagine Berkeley is the closest location, but we just opened up a second location in Castro Valley in the new marketplace there.
Nice.
We do private events as well. So I travel to people's homes, to wineries and things like that to do team building. I've done birthday parties and I did a family reunion one time. That was weird.
But fun, I'm sure.
Yeah, wine club events. I've done some wine club events, which are really fun. It's a nice fit.
Nice. So when you're doing a private event, because that's definitely a popular thing in our area.
Yes.
Are you teaching people how to make cheese, or are you teaching people how to eat cheese?
I mean, I do both happily. So, this business is about 11 years old, and I spent the first, I'd say 9 years really focusing on the art, science, and magic of cheese making. So taking a pot of milk, coaxing those curds as a class into mozzarella or brie and camembert or feta. We do creme fraiche, all kinds of things. So that's something that I, in particular, specialize in. It's a really hard feat to pull off. I had a friend one time who teaches cheese tasting classes help me in a class, and she said, "Oh my God, I'm never gonna teach classes like this," because it's a lot. It's an orchestration to get everyone in the room on the same page, doing the same thing. But I also teach. In the past 3 years, I've taught a lot of cheese appreciation and cheese tasting classes as well. So those are they're really fun to do. I mean, in all my classes, people eat cheese. But these cheese tasting classes are more guided. So we might, for example, in May, my first live class after a year of shutdown is cheeses around the world. So we'll taste 7 cheeses from all over the world. I'm a certified cheese professional, which it's still hard to say without kind of a smirk on my face. It's a real thing that people do. It's kind of the sommelier.
And there's a certification for it.
There's a certification for it. So the American Cheese Society is kind of the governing body of the cheese world. And they have a certification for cheese professionals. I should mention that in the next year or so, they're launching an enthusiast exam as well. So if you're just a cheese enthusiast, cheese enthusiasts are very important. You'll be able to prove it through taking this certification through the American Cheese Society.
It's like the sommelier of wine.
It is. It's the sommelier of the cheese world.
Yeah.
So that's what I am.
Do you do wine pairings with cheese? Okay.
I do.
Do you
absolutely.
have to have some kind of sommelier type background in order to make that happen?
I teach 2 types of classes that involve wine pairing. So one type is just it's very cheese focused, and then I bring in a couple of wines, and I mention a couple of things about it, but you really don't need sommelier level knowledge to do that type of a pairing. When I do something where there's very distinct pairings, so for example, when I teach a brie and camembert class, we start making the cheese, and then there's an hour break where you're waiting for the curd to set. And during that hour, I have plated 6 different cheeses, or sometimes 7. They're all brie camembert style, like bloomy rind style. And I bring in a separate sommelier. And so I talk about the first cheese, an incredible cheese, and I give the vast background that I have as a cheese professional. And then she pairs it with a wine, and she gives the vast background that she has as a wine professional. So the two of us actually kind of go back and forth. And I believe you've had one of my sommeliers on your show, Melissa Smith from Inotrius.
Yeah.
So she's one of the 2 women that I use as wine professionals in some of my pairing classes.
Very cool. Very cool. That sounds like so much fun.
It is so fun.
I really can't wait till everything gets up and running, and we can have just a big party with stuff like that.
You know what? Linda, my first class, the May 20th class, I posted it. I did one Facebook post, and it was sold out in 3 days. And in the 11 years I've been in business, I've never had that happen. I think the desire to feel normal in the world is so pent up right now that people are we're opening safely, we're keeping distance. Some of our cheese making classes are taught in pods rather than the way we used to do it with a community cheese. But people are ready to feel normal again, and I'm ready to help them.
Right. I'll tell you, I went out to dinner with my husband the other night.
Amazing.
And we were sharing a salad where we were both using a fork in the same plate, and people were looking at us like crazy. And I was like,
Right. Oh, that's so funny. Presumably you're together, though. I mean,
yeah,
you share probably much more intimate things.
What are you doing?
It's a new world. I think I'm trying to navigate this now in opening classes, trying to figure out, it used to be people would come to my cheesemaking class, and there would be 5 people, maybe all 5 strangers, maybe 2 couples, and they would be sharing a pot, and they would turn that into cheese. They would stretch the cheese together. Everyone had their hands in it. Washing, of course. We wash hands a lot in class. But I can't even think about doing a class like that now. Just the mental perception is not there. So we've had to really rethink the way classes work.
Nice. Yeah. I didn't ask you, where do people go to sign up for your class?
I'm so glad you asked. So if people go to FARMcurious.com, they can click on classes and see the classes I currently have available. I have 3 listed right now. One is the Around the World Cheese Tasting. That takes place in Castro Valley. And that one's the one that's sold out, so there is a wait list. And then I have on June 17th, there's I call it 3 cheeses in 3 hours with wine. That's where we make mozzarella, burrata, and fresh chev. It's an incredible class. It's my most popular. 3 hours. It's incredible. And that one happens in Berkeley. So I'm excited to get that class moving again. Mozzarella is one of the cheeses that's kind of complicated and too hard to do virtually. So I've been doing virtual classes, and I will continue to do virtual classes for people who are far away. But when I can't see what you're doing in your kitchen, I can't teach a very technical class like mozzarella. So I'm excited to have that one back on deck. And then I also have a mozzarella burrata stretching class that's happening, I think that's June, I don't know, I don't remember. It's also in June. And then shortly I'll be listing a brie camembert making class, which will be in Berkeley. And that class is super fun. A lot of tasting. Everybody takes home a little baby camembert to age at home with instructions. It's like cheese homework.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm looking at your website right now. You also have making fresh chèvre and fromage blanc.
Yeah.
Follow along. That's a virtual. That's January 9th. Oh,
that's a past one. So, but I'm glad you mentioned that because that class is what has gotten me through the past year with no in-person classes. That one makes a beautiful virtual class. So I've been doing team building and private parties over Zoom with that particular class, and also Google Hangouts. And it's kept me alive. I wouldn't have made it through this period without that class that's particularly good online.
Nice. Yeah. Make that happen again.
I know. Sure. That one will happen again. I do that one probably at least once a week for private events, but some weeks even more than that because it's such a great way to get a team together. You know, people log in from all over the country, and I send them kits. So all the things that are a little bit hard to get, cheese forms, dairy thermometer, culture, all they have to do is buy milk. Everybody logs in at the same time. We have a fun cheese party. We all bond over curds and whey. It's a good time.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Okay. I heard you say something about creme fraiche.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Caught your attention, huh?
You've got... I want to make that. I would so much rather be able to make that myself than to buy it at the store.
I have great news for you. It is the easiest cheese that I make. Do you want to hear how easy it is? Can I just tell you?
Yes.
Because you don't
please.
have to pay me for a class. Here's your free class right now. So you take heavy whipping cream. You warm it up to only about 72 to 82 degrees, a very room temperature level. You add a simple culture to it. So there are lots of cultures that would work. I'm going to say the word mesophilic, which just means a culture that likes middle temperatures, mid-range, like room temperature.
Where do you get that?
There's this wonderful website called FARMcurious.com that sells these wonderful cultures. We do sell them on the website. So there are two types you could use, actually three. You could use Flora Danica, which is on our website, MM100, another mesophilic culture on our website, or even our chèvre culture makes a really beautiful creme fraiche. So you sprinkle the culture over the top, you wait about 5 minutes, you stir it in, and then you leave it on the counter for 24 to 48 hours, and that's it. It's done. You refrigerate it, you eat it. And my family puts creme fraiche on everything. It goes in soups, it goes on tacos, it goes on desserts. My daughter will just drink it straight out of the jar. She's got the metabolism for it. It's a miracle thing to make, and you're basically just taking heavy cream from the store and making it better, making it French.
Do you cover it when you leave it there?
Just a lid to keep the dust out of it. Mm-hmm.
Like a tight lid, or just like, can you cover it with a cheesecloth? Or
yeah, a cheesecloth would work. Any kind of lid is really fine. It could be tight or not tight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good to know. I'm very excited about this.
It truly is very simple, so easy to make. So I do try it because it'll be the one that you make over and over again. When we run out of creme fraiche at our house, it's like a national emergency.
Because you have to wait 24 hours.
You do. For it. Yeah. Well, first, Mom needs to go to the store and get cream.
That's true. It's like, Mom, just get a tub of creme fraiche. You're going to have to break down and buy it.
I know. You know that I don't
now.
No, the flavor is so different. I would never buy creme fraiche now. It's just like ricotta. I would never buy ricotta. It's too easy to make and so much better homemade.
That's another cheese I need to learn how to make because I do like making lasagna.
Another easy one, and that one is so great to do virtually because you can actually have it done in an hour. So this is another one I've done a lot for team building is all they need is milk and citric acid or lemon juice. And I like to put cream in mine because it makes a better ricotta. But that's by the end of class, everyone's eating fresh ricotta on a baguette. It's amazing.
See, we just, you can't see this on the radio, but we just got Molly Spencer from the community center popping in on Zoom here, and you two need to talk about a class at the community center.
Let's hang out, Molly.
Yes. Call us up, Nicole.
Awesome.
We have our community center. We love this type of class there, and it's definitely, they fill up, don't they, Molly?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody loves cheese. I feel like it's one of those it's an easy sell.
It's an easy sell.
Yeah.
So tell us again, where do we find you? How do we sign up and see you on? You're on social media, and I see you on YouTube.
I'm everywhere. So I make it easy. Everything is under FARMcurious. So you can go to FARMcurious.com and click on classes to look for classes. You can also search for cheese cultures or cheese making kits there. And then on social media, I'm at FARMcurious for everything. So I'm on Instagram and Facebook. I don't use Twitter very much anymore. I feel like I only want to talk about cheese and happy things, and Twitter's trickier, or it got trickier for a little while. So I'm mostly focusing on Facebook and Instagram now. But yeah, I'm on YouTube as well. So if you wanted to see, for example, I have a video of making creme fraiche with my 5-year-old daughter that is precious. It's really, really cute. There's a point where I'm looking away, and I didn't even know this until I edited the video, but she's literally sticking a spoon in the creme fraiche and like licking it with her little tongue.
That's great.
Super cute.
Well, when it's only you eating it doesn't matter, right?
No, it's just us. We already have her germs.
Yeah. That is great. Well, oh my gosh, so much to talk about. Nicole Easterday, thank you so much. FARMcurious.com. And I'm looking forward to checking out how to make creme fraiche. Well, you just told me how to make it, but now I can go on YouTube and have a little girl teach me how.
Thanks so much for having me. It was such a pleasure.
It was definitely a pleasure having you. I hope to see you at the community center sometime soon.
We'll talk, Molly.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.